The marketing plan is a formal document that describes the marketing environment, outlines market strategies, identifies plans for implementation and evaluation. This is a continuous process. The planning, the implementation, and control of the marketing activities. Decisions made in the past in one area can have implications on other areas as well. Planning is required because marketing managers must seek new opportunities, and implementation is the process of putting the marketing plans into action. Strategic planning is the managerial process that matches the firm's resources and capabilities to its market opportunities for long-term growth and survival. Top management defines the firm's purpose and objectives. Strategic business units are common in large firms. The planning is done at the strategic level for the long-term range, in the United States 3 to 5 years. The mission, objectives, business portfolio and growth strategy decisions set at this level set the stage and flow through to the functional and operational planning levels. For example, a firm's strategic plan may set an objective to increase total revenues by 20% in the next 5 years. Functional planning is accomplished by various functional areas of the firm, such as marketing. It is planning performed by either vice presidents or top-level functional area managers. It is also sometimes called tactical planning. It typically includes a broad 3 to 5 year plan to support the strategic plan, a detailed annual plan. For example, the marketing plan might state as one of its objectives to gain a 40% share of a particular market by means of the introduction of 3 new products during the coming year. This is consistent with the firm's product development strategy and is accomplished by various functional areas of the firm, such as marketing. Operational planning flows from the marketing plan and is further developed by supervisory managers who might be product or brand managers, advertising managers, sales managers for particular products, divisions, or geographic territories, publicists, specialists in market research. These first-line managers focus on day-to-day executions of functional plans which require detailed annual, semi-annual, or quarterly plans. For example, an objective may be to set in terms of units of a product a particular salesperson needs to sell per month. Sales quota. Even though in each planning layer was described separately, all business planning is an integrated activity. This means that the organization's strategic, functional, and operation plans must work together for the benefit of the whole, always within the context of the organization's missions and objectives. So planners at all levels must consider good principles of accounting, production capacity and inventory space, the value of the company to its stockholders, and the requirements for staffing and human resource management. That is, they must keep the big picture in mind even as they plan for their corner of the organization's world. We first start with a mission statement and may begin with these 3 questions. What business are we in? What customers should we serve? How should we develop the firm's capabilities and focus its efforts? The mission statement should be a clear and succinct representation of the enterprise purpose for existence. It should incorporate socially meaningful and measurable criteria addressing concepts such as moral, ethical position of the enterprise, public image, the target market, products, services, the geographic domain, and expectations of growth and profitability. The intent of the mission statement should be the first consideration for any employee who is evaluating a strategic decision. The statement can range from a very simple to a very complex set of ideas, and here are some examples of mission statements. The marketing strategy planning process guides the selection of a target market and the development of a marketing mix. The process will be affected by information gathered about customers, mission, objectives, and resources of the company, competitors, trends in the external environment, technological trends, political and legal trends, social and cultural trends, and economic trends. The process then narrows down from this broad view to a more specific focus on a target market. Marketers must use segmentation techniques that help pinpoint target groups. In order to narrow down to a superior marketing mix, one that is better than what current competitors offer, marketers need differentiation to fine-tune the elements of the marketing mix to the unique needs of the target market. A SWOT analysis is an analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that highlight the advantages and disadvantages of each strategy. So what are the steps in the marketing planning process? A marketing plan is a written statement that fills out the marketing strategies by specifying the time-related details for carrying out the strategy. Marketing plans should make clear the following: what marketing mix will be offered, to whom, and for how long, what company resources will be needed at what rate, what results are expected. This should also specify some means of control. Implementation, putting the marketing plan into action. Operational decisions, short-run decisions to help implement strategies. Control, the analyzing and correcting the actions taken in implementation, and this is not a punishment for making mistakes. All marketing plans need planning and control. A firm that serves several target markets may have more than one marketing plan operating at one time. A marketing program is a blend of all the firm's marketing plans into one big plan. The environmental analysis undertaken by a firm is typically summarized in what has come to be known as a SWOT analysis. SWOT is simply an acronym that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Regardless of the name used, the process is critically important as it allows planners to better understand the strengths and weaknesses that are inherent to the firm, as well as key trends or factors that represent opportunities or threats to the firm or its products and services. By internal environment, we mean all controllable elements within the firm that influence how well it performs. These internal aspects represent key strengths and weaknesses. Key controllable elements that can represent strengths or weaknesses of the firm include not only human capital or people, but also technologies, physical facilities, financial stability, corporate reputation, quality products, strong brands, and intellectual capital. Elements outside the firm that may affect it either positively or negatively must be constantly scanned and monitored by businesses on an ongoing basis as part of their strategic planning process. In particular, marketers seek to identify economic, competitive, technological, legal, political, ethical, and social cultural trends, because these trends manifest as opportunities or threats to the business. Because these factors are external to the firm, marketers cannot directly control them, but they can respond to them via planning. Step 3. The marketing objectives. These goals are a direct outgrowth of the mission statement and broadly identify what the firm hopes to accomplish within the general time frame of the firm's long-range business plan. If the firm is big enough to have separate SBUs, each unit will have its own objectives relevant to its operations. To be effective, objectives need to be specific, measurable, attainable, and sustainable. The subject of these objectives can vary. They're often financially focused on sales, profit, market share, shareholder wealth, or return on investment. Other firms may choose to focus on productivity, innovation and research, customer satisfaction, or social responsibility. To ensure measurability, marketers increasingly try to state objectives in numerical terms, such as increase corporate profitability by 10%. Objectives should state what the firm wants to accomplish, but not how it will be done. The how is the strategy. For example, there are many ways to increase profitability. The correct strategy depends on the internal strengths and weaknesses of the firm and the opportunities that the firm has available to them. Marketing mix decisions identify how marketing will accomplish its objectives in the firm's target market. First, the target market that is best suited to the firm's offering needs to be identified. Next, the specific product, place, price, promotion, and strategies that need to be developed. Product strategies include a variety of factors. Certainly a major consideration relates to the nature of the product, its key benefits and attributes. But product strategies also include considerations related to packaging, branding, support services, and product variations. Promotional strategies relate to advertising, sales promotion, public relations, direct marketing, and personal selling. Price strategies determine how much a firm charges for a product. Setting a price is not an easy task. One must consider cost and competitive factors, the price consumers are willing to pay, and the ability of wholesalers and retailers to mark up the product and earn a fair profit. Typically, marketers set the price to wholesalers, or if wholesalers are not used, retailers, and suggest a retail price which may or may not be adopted at the point of sale. Sometimes the firm bases its pricing strategy solely on cost, demand, or competitive issues. Distribution decisions determine how, when, and where the product is available to targeted customers. This figure displays a product growth matrix which characterize different growth strategies according to type of market and type of product. Market penetration strategies seek to increase sales of existing products to existing markets, such as current users, non-users, and users of competing brands within a market. For example, both Quaker and General Mills have been aggressively advertising a new use for their products, as these products can then help lower total cholesterol and help keep arteries clean and healthy. Market development strategies introduce existing products to new markets. The strategy can mean expanding into a new geographic area, or it may mean reaching new customer segments within an existing geographic market. For example, the wildly popular Wii home gaming system by Nintendo has also become popular with older consumers because its active functionality during the game provides an opportunity for a light and fun physical workout. Product development strategies create growth by selling new products in existing markets. Product development may mean extending the firm's product line by developing new variations of the item, or it may mean altering or improve the product to provide enhanced performance. Diversification strategies emphasize both new products and new markets to achieve growth. Step 4. Implementation. In practice, marketers spend much of their time managing the various elements involved in implementing the marketing plan. This involves exercising control over the plan in terms of both budget expenditures and performance. Each action plan must include as accurate a budget as possible. This allows management at the functional level to monitor budget expenditures and contact the appropriate operational manager if a particular budget line is exceeded within some specified time period. In addition to monitoring budget expenditures, managers must select the metrics to be measured as part of the formal control process. Actual performance on key objectives is measured in terms of metrics such as return on marketing investment, and comparing it to the numerical objectives previously set. Adjustments are made to the plan as needed. If, for instance, performance seems to be lagging in comparison to the objective that marketers are trying to reach. How does the implementation and control step actually manifest itself within a marketing plan? One very convenient way is through the inclusion of a series of action plans that support the various marketing objectives and strategies within the plan. Action plans also help managers when they need to assign responsibilities, create timelines or develop budgets, and measurement and control process for marketing planning. Planning is crucial because it sets a course the company will follow in everything else it does. Good plans implementing poorly might still be profitable. Ill-conceived plans, even implemented well, can lose money and even threaten the survival of the organization. Creative strategy planning is needed for survival. Dramatic shifts in strategy are increasingly the norm in fast-moving markets. Marketers should focus on best practices for improved results. The average marketing program does not produce great results. It's important to do better than what's typical. What are ethics? They're rules of conduct. Business ethics are basic values that guide a firm's behavior. Codes of ethics are written standards of behavior. Issues addressed include bribery, political contributions, equal employment, opportunity, environment, health and safety, etc. It is a responsibility of all business schools to include ethics in all their business courses. A measure of ethical behavior is, can the professional look at himself in the mirror, and can this professional have a good night's sleep? In 1961, President John F. Kennedy, in his inaugural speech, outlined what came to be known as the Consumer Bill of Rights: the right to be safe, the right to be informed, the right to be heard, and the right to choose freely.